Good afternoon, ladies and gents. We have ourselves a match of Dota for the Star Series Season 3. It is a match between Absolute Legends with new names that you might have been used to, and the Retry, the team that we have seen before this week already. And first, I'm just gonna name you the lineup for Absolute Legends because I know for a lot of people it's still a fairly new team. They have already performed yesterday in Starladder as well. They've recently made their last fifth player known. It was formerly Admiration, but that one didn't fit into the playstyle that they wanted to go for. And now we have a Mania. So we have a Mania, Freezer, Vegas, Come With Me, and G or God Kill Them All for Absolute Legends. And they are going to be on the Radiant side. They are going to have first pick. And it looks like either Naga Siren or Darkseer is going to go through regardless. We have a lot of bans that we normally don't see a Native Prophet and also a Enigma ban out anymore. But we do see it now. They come from Absolute Legends, and also the Lycan ban out for them. As the Retry is thinking about their last ban, do they want to ban out the Darkseer, do they want to ban out the Naga Siren, or neither, and make sure they get one of those two. They have banned out the Rubik as well, Chen, which means that for solid jungle heroes, they only have the Enchantress left. And now I know Enchantress hasn't been picked like at all lately, or at least not in the cast that I've done. But she is still there. I just want to point that out. Leshrac will be the ban out here for the retry. So we still have a Darkseer. There it is. And also the Naga Siren still in the pool. As well as the Tidehunter, which is a hero that is very favorable lately. And of course, they do get picked up first. The Morphling and Anti-Mage in that matter. But Morphling and Templar Assassin, let's not forget that one. I have to remember to put that one in the list because she has been quite a favorite over the last few weeks.
Seconds remaining.
Let's see what they're gonna go for though. They're taking their time.
5 seconds
Like normally with Naga Siren you see a combination with team fight.
Reserve time.
But you already have, well, I'm not sure. Sorry, I got slightly distracted there. As we're still waiting for the retry. Actually, having said that, you don't see that. But what there is Jackal disconnected for the retry, so we might have to wait for him to come back afterwards. Actually, he just connected him. Never mind. It is still Templar Assassin on the Tidehunter, but they are both on Absolute Legends. The Invoker will be picked up for the Dire side to complement that lane up. And well, you have the Naga Siren. I like the Naga Siren as a teamfight hero, but you want to have some kind of follow-up. You want to have some kind of teamfight, something that you can set up with it. And having said that, if Tidehunter gets put in a song,
10 seconds
what the thing is with Tidehunter and Naga Siren's ultimate, if you spam your Ravage button during the song, it will go, and you continue spamming it until after the duration ends of the song. You will get it off before any teamfight ability can get off for the retry, unless it is an ability that can start being casted before that, like an Epicenter. Or like a Black Hole, even though Enigma's out, it's still a hero that can do that. But there aren't that many heroes left in it. And of course, you also, if the retry does get BKBs to counter that Ravage, they have to put it on like a bit before the song ends. So have to make them very aware of timing, and in case there's like one time that retry forgets that might end up in a teamfight going towards Absolute Legends. But one of those abilities that you can start casting already is, of course, the Illuminate. So we'll see Keeper of the Light. Naga Siren Keeper of Light is a pretty solid combination with that instant and infinite mana for the Naga Siren. I mean, it just makes her a very dangerous laner, not because she has like some kind of wombo combo with the stun that's gonna stay stunned like with the Leshrac, but purely because she can have Riptide infinitely. She can do everything just constantly, and it's not a hero that is made to have that happen, or at least not by herself. But with the Keeper of the Light there, it's just making her very dangerous. And of course, with the ensnare there, you're gonna get hit by the Illuminate regardless. That is also, of course, one of those things. As we see Absolute Legends banning out the Tinker. The retry having their turn to ban something out now, and it's still going to be the Enchantress, so at least we see her, but in a banning situation, not anything else. And for both teams, let's see what they are gonna aim for lanes. With Templar Assassin, we have known her to be solo mid, Darkseer, long lane solo, and Tidehunter could potentially solo. Even though I do think that will be making a try/dual lane, depending on if they are gonna go for an unorthodox jungle hero, which I don't think they are. But you never know, because it is. Well, I'm gonna say it is Absolute Legends. I was gonna say Team Y, and you know the people that are in there, of course, known for their aggressive play as well as maybe some awkward choices. Well, I say awkward, but it's just unusual choices. Let's put it that way. For the retry, we have, by the way, a Morphling Banout. Antimage still in the pool though, and we have also a Venomancer Banout, which is of course a counter to the Templar Assassin. And right now, if you look at the dire side, actually, there is not really any hard counter yet for the Templar Assassin. Of course, the Shrek and Venomancer, the two that are normally that, are already banned out. The Darkseer is one of those counters, is already on the team of the Templar Assassin. And right now, it will depend, will Naga Siren build a Radiance, which is basically needed if nobody else has a counter for the TA. And I say counter for the TA, but it's mostly a counter for the refraction. And Radiance will pop off the refraction fairly fast.
Reserve time.
And for the lanes for the retry, I'm expecting Naga Siren, Keeper of the Light in at least a dual lane, perhaps going on to a tri lane if someone else gets picked up, maybe like a Lina or something like that. And the Invoker, of course, solo lane. We have still Queen of Pain, Windrunner, and those heroes still in Beastmaster. All those long lane solos that the retry might want to pick up, they are also in the pool, and they don't have to be afraid that Absolute Legends is gonna pick that one up instead. And it looks like Absolute Legends is preparing for a tri lane with a Disruptor, with a Tidehunter. And the only thing that remains is for us to find out which hero that will be. Of course, Antimage is still in, but lately we have seen Luna, we have seen Faceless Void. There's been a bit more variation in those kind of heroes, so we might still see one of those. And of course, for the retry, we know that Naga Siren is. Oh, there's the Lina as expected. By the way, the reason I said the Lina is, of course, for the same reason that you normally see the Shrek combined with the Naga Siren, just for that solo stun follow up on the Naga Siren. So that is that theory behind that one. So making her even more dangerous on the lane. And of course, Lina is a nice hero early game, and she can spam out her abilities and stuff, but she's normally out of mana quite fast. But then there's Keeper of the Light, Chakra Magic, and we might even see them going on the long lane and having a semi-carry, perhaps farming solo on the top lane, on the easy lane, just to be able to have that aggressive strand lane bottom. They might be able to do that. But we'll see what they go for. First, it's going to be Absolute Legends choice. Normally you see a Templar Assassin in combination with either Morphling or Antimage, just to be able to have like 4+1, to have Templar Assassin just killing stuff all over the map, with team fights being forced out by the other three heroes, which, by the way, we have a vacuum into a kinetic field Static Storm Ravage. That is painful. There is no such team fight coming off from the retry, and I do believe that for now, for the retry, we're only going to see them use the song defensively, because aggressively they can't really do anything extra that they are going to get with that song. They can initiate with heroes like on 1 or 2 heroes if they're outnumbering them, but for a team fight, no, they are not going to win that fight just yet. Maybe if they're going to have a Sand King at the easy lane solo farming, perhaps.
10 seconds.
And Absolute Legends really taking their time.
Sand King.
Wow. I was not expecting that on that side. Well, this makes me rethink what they're going to do with their lanes. Maybe we're going to see a Sand King or Tidehunter to carry, or, you know. I have to say, though, I mean, Mania has been out of the scene for a while, at least to me he has. But he plays a killer Sand King, or he played a killer Sand King. I hope he's going to play that one, because he does make for aggressive play, and I do believe it is / was one of his signature heroes.
10 seconds.
So I'm hoping that he's going to play the Sand King, and yeah, we'll see though what they're going to go for. For the retry, I'm expecting Trail Lane combined with a solo lane, unless they want to have Lina combined with the Naga Siren on a dual lane, and then Keeper of the Light combined with something else. No, it's still going to be a long lane. Okay. But at least we don't have a Antimage, we don't have a Morphling. We do have a Templar Assassin, and I have to say, Keeper of the Light and Lina are looking quite tasty for her right now. it's gonna really depend on how the laning phase goes, how much they're gonna give away to the Templar Assassin, because once Templar Assassin gets momentum, things might get out of control pretty fast for the retry. And we have seen them lose to an out of control Templar Assassin before.
Prepare for battle.
Sorry. Just remember that I didn't change this one just yet. Prepare for battle. There we go. And we have a pause coming out from Absolute Legends. Let's see who's playing what though, because we can already see that. We do see Mania on his Sand King, so happy me indeed. We have Vegas playing... Oh, wow. Vegas playing the Disruptor. I mean, I know him as an aggressive player, and we've seen him playing support Lich as well. But to be fair, I kind of like him at those aggressive roles. But he's going to be playing Disruptor with the G taking up the mid role. He's going to be on the Templar Assassin for that one. Freezer is going to be taking on the role of the Darkseer. Come With Me will be taking on the semi-supporty role on the Tidehunter. And it is going to be a Sand King that will need to remake. No, it is going to be a Sand King that will be played aggressively as a semi-carry, probably. And if we see people disconnect, we will be able to just jump out and jump back in again for that one. But we'll see if they're actually disconnecting or not. Let's first check out the Radiant Dire team while we're here anyway, before they leave. We have the Devil's Advocate, which is actually Dota Lucker. And yesterday or the day before we saw him as Vamos Barca. Well, that was also Dota Lucker, but now I actually know who it is. It is Dota Lucker on that Invoker, PGG on the Windrunner, and we are going to have a remake, so we will be just jumping in there, and we will go there. So stay tuned. Since I'm casting this via Dota TV, I am not an official caster for this match. So I can just go here and then go back and see that the game is already up there. Click watch and then we'll go again. Because yeah, like I said, I'm watching this via Dota TV. So I bought the in-game ticket. There's no official English caster for this match, so I want to be able to have all games having English commentary. And I know there's more people doing this though. So yeah, so if you can check out all this as well, even though I don't know who, but there are other people doing it too. But yeah, you can at least now have some English commentary if you want. Of course, I have to say, Na'Vi versus M5 should be a pretty good match, and that's going on right now as well. I don't want to scare you off, but it is pretty good. There we have everybody again, and we are in an all pick phase, so we have to just wait until everybody picked up their hero. And yes, Johnny Field, I agree. Oh yeah. Because I'm also casting via Dota TV, it's also I do not cast with delay because Dota TV already has the delay in it, so I might reply to the chat a bit more than normal. And I know there's going to be people watching the VOD of this, because obviously most people will be watching Na'Vi versus M5 and still want to maybe watch Absolute Legends versus the Retry, because I do think it should be a good match, especially since Mania is indeed on that Sand King, and we do know him for the plays that he makes with that. And yeah, that's why it might be confusing slightly for people that watch the VOD that don't see the chat on the side, but I will try to keep that to a minimum. I will do my best for that. We have everybody having picked up their heroes. We're just waiting for the timer to tick out, even though I don't see a timer. Oh, there it is. It's actually right there. So we just have to wait 5 seconds more before we can see what the retry is playing, as in who is playing what, because I already went over Absolute Legends on the Radiant side, but their side had not covered just yet. Well, we did see, of course, Devil's Advocate, Dota Lucker on that Invoker, PGG on the Windrunner. We see Zver playing the Lina. The stand-in we just took, who was yesterday's stand-in as well, he will be on the Keeper of the Light, and that will only leave Jackal, who is going to be playing the Naga Siren, and everybody on both teams going towards that bottom lane, because, well, bottom lane is the most exciting lane in the game, apparently, and if there's going to be the aggressive tri-lane here from the retry, I do think that will indeed be the most exciting lane of that. And as I said, I mean, it's going to be a Sand King farming. I'm not sure if he will be on tri lane or if someone will maybe help out the Templar Assassin mid. Oh, wow. Hello. And there. They just run in there. Burst strike on 2 kinetic field. Locks in 3 heroes. Stun from Lina hits on 3 as well, though. Power shot goes through. Freezer in a lot of trouble. Now has to back off. Still gets some right clicks and goes down. Now got Timer is about to pick up the first blood. We still see the column going down towards the Disruptor. And Snare once again. This time on the tide on the Retry gets another kill for that one. Lina on the run. Gets a stun in on the Templar Assassin as well. PGG, G, where are you gonna go? Has the refraction. And we'll probably drop here for another and Snare. And there he goes. And that is the kill. Another Lina stun. This one on the Disruptor. Burst strike still hits on 3. Mania will probably get a kill on this Lina with one more hit, but will he give his life for it? And there is the South. Lina lives 4 for 1. And it is the Retry that almost gets a team wipe up on their opponent, Absolute Legends. And Disruptor only backing out at the last moment. Well, at least with his life, unlike the rest of his teammate. He is the only one that did not die and was the one that got that one kill upon the Coddle. Keeper of the Light, but that was a bit too much to say in that fight. They just ran straight there. I was, normally you see them being, careful. Not going in just yet, seeing what they're dealing with, but no, they just ran in. Just ran in, and even though the burst strikes were nice, those Lina stuns and those ensnares, I mean really. Lina stuns on 3 for the first stun. And I think there were 3 ensnares in the entire fight. Oh, Jackal in some trouble here. He is not going to be able to live through this, or is he? Nope, it is the Disruptor that picks up the kill. And like I said, I'm expecting the bottom lane to be the one with the most action. Well, that is indeed the case. And Lina is actually going towards the mid lane, by the way, helping out the Windrunner versus the Templar Assassin. I was expecting her to be together with this guy, with the Naga Siren, because of just a combination of the follow-up stun. Ooh, Disruptor. They are just aggression all over the place, these two. Wow. Give me some time to talk over the lanes, please, will ya? Thank you. Lina is actually now moving bottom again. Has got wards on her back too, so we'll be able to place those just to make sure that nobody's gonna get ganked. Here comes Come With Me. Here comes the harassment. Gosh, lands on Keeper of the Light. Kinetic Field as well. We'll hold him in place. Will be enough. Looks like it might be. And there he goes. And it is Disruptor that picks up a second kill. Lina still lands on a Tidehunter. But Tidehunter too tanky to take down right now. And Absolute Legends making sure they get the kills back that they left up for grabs earlier. Oh, this game. Okay, so the other lanes were of course PGG up on the Windrunner versus the G on the Templar Assassin, and these two of course were previous teammates. Really? Really? Okay, that's just harassment. And it is indeed Mania farming here. He's 5 for 0. But oh, and there, just harassment though. And yeah, more harassment. And it is on the bottom lane. It is the Lucker on the Invoker versus the Darkseer. Darkseer will not be able to get that much last hits. Should not be able to get that much last hits. And Invoker should be okay at that. And we're still gonna be mostly on this bottom lane because these two teams have made it pretty clear that they're not gonna give anything away. Well, Come With Me is going to give some experience away here, but he can't really do anything. He's not being seen right now, though, hiding there. Mania is going to be able to get some last hits here, or at least some experience. So we see Invoker highest up on there, 12 for 5 last hits. But still, I'm quite surprised that Darkseer was able to pick up 10. I mean, with his Ion Shell, of course, he gets those, but Ion Shell makes for easier denies, is usually the case. No. Just because you can tell exactly when the creep is gonna go down.
Denied.
Denied. And yeah, wow. Just curious about the levels for a second. We have level 5 up actually on the Invoker Kinetic Field, but that's just harassment once again. Ooh, nice. Illuminate hits on all 3. But I'm meeting levels on this bottom lane. Level 3 on the Sand King, 3, 2, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2. Actually, Disruptor, the one that's 3 for 0, is the lowest up on the Radiant side on this bottom lane. That is surprising. Still experience in favor of Absolute Legends on this bottom lane. It looks like the action is kind of over there. They're playing... I was going to say they're playing too careful, but I don't think they are playing too careful. Look at that attempt. Oh, Lina, you might not want to be here. There's the snare up on the Sand King. Lina still in a lot of trouble, but Mania will be the one that goes down. Lina stays alive, actually. And the harassment continues, and Disruptor is going to be able to stay alive as well. On the fairly low HP. Does have 6 stick charges though. if they want to go on that. And I feel like I can't really leave this bottom lane. Because I feel like I might miss a lot of action. And yes, both teams have good setups. I mean, Ensnare, follow-up stun, and then Illuminate over the top as well as the Dragon Slave. That is a lot of damage. There's a lot of burst damage. Ensnare, Dragon Slave, told you, Illuminate gets a kill! Alina still goes down though. Titans are making sure of that one, but Keeper of Light picked up a kill on the Disruptor there. So that is the aggression demonstrated by the retry. That is what I meant. But at the same time, Absolute Legends, they have a Burst Strike, a Kinetic Field, gosh, a lot of harassment going on there as well, as we finally see a different kill. And I did miss that because, you know, that bottom lane. But it is the Templar Assassin that picked up a Haste Rune, was able to get a kill on the Windrunner with that. We do see everybody of the Dire backing off, we saw them backing off when they saw him coming there. They have wards on the river, of course, so he will be going back to the mid lane. He was helped by the Disruptor that went to the mid lane after dying, of course, on this bottom lane where we're going to go again, because there's going to be a stun on the Tidehunter. There's going to be a burst like on Lina. Lina is in a lot of trouble. Is he going to be able to get out? Nope. LOG. Going to be able to get picked off. And Jackal, a lot of trouble for him as well. He's going to be picked off. And as Tidehunter picking up the kill, Shackle doesn't let PGG on the way out, but gets a burst strike on the face. Illuminate still goes through. Sand King is some trouble. Here comes the Disruptor helping out. PGG is still alive, but will drop. It's Templar Assassin that picks up the kill. Sand King still went down to the Windrunner though, and it is the Glimm's back on the Keeper of the Light. I'm not sure if it will do anything anymore. It will not. And there is the Naga Siren again. Mana Leak up on the Disruptor. Gets stunned. Gets ensnared. Dodges the Illuminate though. That will be something. But Jiva's still hanging around the corner. Here comes the damage. Here comes the kill. TA picks it up, and Naga Siren has to back up again.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here. Yeah, I'm just. These two teams. I mean, okay, we know that the Retry is known for aggression, and I don't mean the Retry as a team. I mean actually the players separately, because Jackal plays aggressive, PGG plays aggressive. It is just well, and it is aggression all over, obviously. And of course we know Mania for playing aggressive. Vegas plays very aggressive, and suddenly the message that was on the Absolute Legends website that said like we wanted to replace Admiration because we feel that we need someone with a more aggressive playstyle. It makes sense. It makes sense. It is. It's all coming towards her, and I do think Mania has got a good spot regards to that. And he's gonna try to get more kills. He's level 5. He's gonna try to get from behind here. We do see a ward there from the Dire though, so they saw him and backed off slightly. As in the meantime, there goes G again, this time with an invisibility room. We do see the retry once again backing off, but will Jackal be in time? That will be the question. And Snare is on there, but yeah, it looks like he will be in time, and they're gonna wait until he surfaces again. 5 heroes here of Absolute Legends, because Freezer came here as well. Freezer, who's level 7, who came from the top lane, obviously. Has died once during the start of the game, obviously, but other than that has just been able to get some last hits. Of course, Invoker still ahead of those last hits, 37 for 11, and he's now free from as well as PGG. And we do see the Templar Assassin going back again. Actually, never mind. Never mind. Changed his mind. Illuminate going through, clears off some of the creep wave. Will they stick around here though? 5 euros. Do they have a Ravage or something? Yes, they do. Jackal getting slowed 50%. Kinetic Field's not even needed because he's got Purasuns. He goes down. Lina in the wrong place. Ravage being used. Hits on 3. And there goes the Lina. Tornado going through, trying to slow them down. We do have Darkseer going down to the Invoker. Cold Snap going off on this Disruptor here. We're still kind of seeing if something happened here, but they are just backing off. Absolute Legends. It's 2 for 2, and that is not what they came for. They used the Ravage. They don't have an epicenter just yet. And Mania, he does not have boots. He has boots in the shop, in the stash. Illuminate will still do some harassment, and they're actually not going to chase because God there will just be too risky to going on. Still with refraction of with full HP, with still 2 bottle charges as well. No tower going down, but 2 for 2 kills. We have 11 for 9 kills so far. 20 kills in 8.5 minutes. Yes, that's the case. So let's check out the gold graph because actually I'm just gonna. I mean, we see the last hit of the night, and we know that Invoker is ahead there because he's been free farming. But right now, with all these kills going on, these last hits and stuff mean a lot less. So I'm just gonna put the net worth on there just to make sure that you all see the real thing that's going on. And we do have PGG getting locked inside a kinetic field. Use this ring run already. He's gonna get melt damage in the face. Will be able to get out. No, he will not. Glimpse backs a dead corpse from the Disruptor, who picks up a kill with that as well. And that is 1 kill in his mid lane. He was by himself versus 2. Majority wins. Outvoted. Jackal in the meantime figured, hey, Invoker had free farm on top, I can do the same. Or at least he hoped so. He did have Freezer again back on that top lane, and of course it is Jackal that is a melee hero, so he will have a bit more issues with that Iron Shell if he well, if Freezer goes for that. So it will be a bit more even battle. Look at that. He's already getting harassed back. And it feels like things calmed a bit. It is the case that there's no more wards up for the Radiant right now on the entire map. And the Dire only have one in the mid lane, and Invoker actually made plays on this bottom lane, and has gone here to deal with this lineup, and it is an aggressive tri lane, or well, no longer aggressive, I guess. It is a tri lane that is going to be going to a safe lane, able to protect the Naga Siren, because Naga Siren needs farm, and she doesn't want to die 3 times, because that is a lot for 10 minutes time, and having died 3 times. And that is not something you want to see as a carry. And of course, Templar Assassin, yes, she died in that first encounter in at the start of the game, but she has got 4 kills as well, so is doing pretty okay for herself. And actually has smoked up, and they're gonna look for kills. Windrunner is gonna be scouted out by this board here, so we might see them going for that one. Let's see though. Phase boots being used. Trap being used as well. There it goes. 50% slow. Here they come. Windrun there. Glims back into the kinetic field. There's a static storm as well. No melt damage just yet. PG trying to get away. Windrun on cooldown. He will drop indeed. And TA picking up the kill. In the meantime, Tornado too late. Mana Leak still stuns the Disruptor. But nobody's going to go in on there. There's no wards. They don't know what they would be running into. And there is one ward. And now they would have known what they're running into. And they know that they shouldn't have gone there because, well, actually they didn't see the title just yet. But yeah, still not something you really want to go in on. And as for the question in the chat, wait, keep up the light. Yeah, if you're gonna TP out, you know there's people coming for you. Do it on the other side of the tower, because that TA is quite powerful. And yeah, for the chat, I don't actually know who is drafting for Absolute Legends at the moment. It is, of course, as you can see, also God in that blue slot, in that captain slot, as you will. But if they are doing the draft together, or if they have just God or someone else doing the draft for them, I am not sure. The Out Man in the meantime on his bottom lane has managed to pick up 23 last hits. Also died 3 times. He's got 7 assists out of the 14 kills that have happened so far. And his net worth, as you can see, is not that big. We do see the Dire team in favor there, even though there are no towers down just yet. Whoa, just for a second there I thought Freezer was in some kind of trouble, but there is, of course, Come With Me with the Ravage still up. And meantime we have Middle in trouble, 4-staff forward from the Invoker, who has the 4-staff, because PGG not enough gold yet for a 4-staff. He's being shut down pretty hard in this mid lane. Tornado only picks up creeps if he goes back enough in time. And it is indeed oh, actually it's wow. It is the Radiant side in favor of gold right now, purely because these 2 supports have really got nothing. And well, and now, well, TA. That is the reason. Blink Dagger was on the the Blink Dagger was in the donkey. So when stuff is in a donkey, you don't really see stuff in the net worth. So then all of a sudden instant gold. So it is indeed the Radiant team that has more gold. No surprise, 5 kills ahead. I mean, really, even with the Invoker free farming, which he did pretty okay, they are still going to be ahead on kills by 5 kills, which is a lot of gold. And it looks like Come With Me is waiting for a Ravage opportunity. I mean, it's just a Naga Siren here. And she does have, wow, Sand King picks up a Keep of Light. That was an epicenter, I was going to say. So Burrow Strike, Epicenter, combination, and Coddle could not do anything there. In the meantime, we have a go on the tower. They do not see this Naga Siren, by the way. These trees totally block the vision. So she's going to be safe for now. Is there going to be a song though? And Snare TP's in. A lot of TP's in. Songs as well. Will it be enough? It should be enough. It is going to be maybe follow-up song. Oh, that is slightly too early for the... Oh, Ravage! And Vacuum in! And that is spill damage, getting a double kill for the Templar Assassin. Invoker drops on the side. Naga Siren is the last one here together with PGG. PGG will be glimpsed back. We see the Naga Siren go down. Will PGG be the sole survivor of this massacre? He might be. He doesn't. No. Gush will end it. So, that hurt. So during the draft, I said something about, you know, if they're gonna go for a 5-on-5 team fight, that song will not be enough to win the team fight for the retry. And of course, I didn't know Come With Me was still there. They did not know he was there. So, you know, they thought 2 versus 4 would be okay. But, yeah, that was a nice surprise coming up from Come With Me. Good Ravage, good Vacuum, and you saw them dropping like flies. And the TA just 1 melt spill damage, got 2 kills. It's just painful. It's just painful for the retry, and it seems to be going slightly out of control. And I don't know why it says there with an ultra kill. Well, TA picked up an ultra kill, I believe. But why does it still say that? I guess that's a slight bug. But oh well, it is with an ultra kill until someone kills again, I guess. But that is it was such a good team fight for Absolute Legends. They broke it. They broke it. No, Windrunner was not sent home. Windrunner died. Windrunner died. With the gush from the Tidehunter finishing it off. Trap, Lena, dead. Wow. Still lands a stun, but I don't think she's going to be able to get away. Ooh, and a snare! She is going to be able to get away. Vacuum attempting to get Jacko up on the high ground, but no kill for G just here. And Lena, lucky girl. Very lucky indeed. The support for the rest comes in. Oh, here comes Tidehunter though. Tornado, EMP, Mania there as well. Dodges the EMP. Good stuff for him. Still has his epicenter up. Mana boots all over the place. And it looks like tier 1 tower gonna drop. That will be the 2nd tower dropping on this map. Surge up on G like he is not annoying enough already with phase boost. Lands a trap. Doesn't hit. Doesn't explode anyway. And it is Darkseid that picked up the tower kill. So there's 2 towers in favor of Absolute Legends right now, and we do see the gold graph representing that, spiking up. Experience graph, of course. This was the kills, this was the team fight, major spike ups, and no kills since then. So that is, oh, nice power shot. That is that PGG. Oh, would have thought that he might have been able to land a good double shackle burst. Like, I'm not sure why he was still standing here. Still has a wind run though. Should be fine. Would be fine. Shackle. No, too late. Thunder Strike, not enough. Kinetic Field will lock in 3. Static Storm as well. 4 stuff out from the Evoker. That's one. There's the Ravage though. Hits on 3. PGG still alive. With Vacuum and will kill him off. And that is 3 down. Will it be more down? That is 4 down. Buyback from PGG. He is TPing back, but he will be TPing back into a wave of heroes, and he's actually cancelled his TP. Wise choice. And Jackal, you better run. You better run as fast as you can. There's a trap. Still slows him down. Blink after. Melt damage going through. And he still goes down. And that is... I'm not sure if that is an ultra kill, because it just says with an ultra kill still. But he is beyond godlike. And apart from that one death that he had in the start of the game, like, you know, when... before the game even started, he has not died yet since Gushland's Windrunner. That is at least not gonna hit the melt damage, because the wind run was there, but she will still drop though. It is beyond godlike once more. Forces going through. EMP as well. Freezer left without mana. Still enough mana on this epicenter. Sand King though. Here he goes, and here he goes. He gets a Laguna play, but the epicenter still goes up. Gets 2. And it is Invoker that's gonna be on the run. He will not be able to run though. And it is Absolute Legends that is absolutely out of control right now. Jackal doesn't have a song, will not be able to get away, will get glimpsed back, and will die due to Darkseid's Vacuum, who was still around the corner, and the GG is cold. The disconnects have happened, and it is Absolute Legends that take this victory of 40 kills in 18 minutes. 40 kills in 18 minutes? Really? Yes, really. So, yeah, that was a Starladder match for Starladder Season 3, and once again, I am not an official caster. For official cast, you can check out on Owned TV or Villat, as well as Toby, who are casting Russian and English. But as you might know, there is only one English caster for that, and there's 2 games at the same time, hence why I'm here. So I'm going to try to cast all the matches that are not being casted otherwise, for the people that asked in the chat. So I'm not casting matches that are already casted. So, yeah. This was an entertaining match. We're waiting for the throne to explode. There we go. And because I'm in a spectator thingy, we don't go to the throne. So that is why we just see G running on the spot here. So thank you for watching. My name is Sheever. I am a Ghost of Gamers caster, and you can subscribe to my YouTube. That is the best way you can support me. YouTube.com/SheeverGaming. I'm trying to reach 5K subscriptions. So if you can help me out with that, that would be nice. That would be nice. And I will be jumping back to a different overlay. We might have a long break before we have a next game, but I will check more on that after I switch to overlay. So stay tuned for more Dota coming right up, as we're just gonna leave this game. So be right back. Don't go anywhere.